Good evening, my friends. How are you all? Did you know that it's National Friendship Day today? Did you know? If you don't, I'm telling you it is. So we're all friends here, right? So welcome to the channel, everyone. If you are brand new, you are in the right place. This is the best place ever to share the love of craft, make new friends, have fun, be creative, get gorgeous goodies, and all the stuff in between. Yeah, stamps by me. We are live in our UK studios here in Wakefield. And if you are brand new, please hit subscribe. As Shannon keeps saying, I keep watching her every week. Subscribe, thumbs up, some hearts, share if you are able to do so as well. So welcome everyone. It's lovely to have your company. Now, this is the second time I've been live today. So some of you have had a belly full of me today. But I was creative at 1 o'clock with our Create Together Club, which, by the way, has been absolutely incredible this time. It's had a different vibe this time. I can't tell you why, but it's been amazing. Absolutely loved every second of it. So I've been live today at 1 o'clock. You will see probably some of the lovely ladies that are in the Create Together Club posting their cards that I've inspired them with in their own way, or maybe exactly the same. So go and check those out. So it is great to have your company. It's a lovely, beautiful day. It's Friendship Day as well. So let's just make great friends, guys. And I am your friend and you are mine. And don't say you're not my friend, because I know you all are. Okay, so let's crack on. We have new stamps, new dies, some lamination, some nesting dies. We have some new wow powder colours as well. You'll see them all. Links to the show, they're pinned at the top of the show also, and they're pinned on the top of Facebook as well. So if you want to shop ahead, of course you can do that. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit of spiel in and around the company, because we have so many new followers. I've had so many messages as well this week, and I think that's come about due to us starting to do shows for our lovely ladies in America. So let's just touch on that first. First things first. Now, on Fridays, Thursdays, not Fridays, Fridays I try and chill out a little bit. We'll see about that, hey. But today's Thursday, and it's called our Thursday Drop, and we're live every Thursday at 6 p.m. Now, traditionally, all I've done is, when we've done our Thursday shows, is I've pitched to our UK lovely ladies and gents, okay? And that's been like that for a long, long time. However, we have a lot of lovely ladies attending and visiting us from the States, and I am so appreciative of that. But there's some sort of like red tape we need to get around, guys, and it's causing me problems. So if I ask you to share the show in the UK, you all do it naturally, right? And then our lovely ladies in the States are doing the same as well. However, I do know that when you share the shows in certain groups, there's some red tape we have to get through. If you're not promoting that particular item, or you're not working on that particular item, you either get kicked out of the group or the live gets removed and things like that. So here's what's going to happen. We are live every Thursday as normal at 6 p.m, but it's traditionally for our UK offering, okay? However, if you are in the States and you are in America and you've seen me on HTCN and you love the product, you can still buy from us direct, okay? You'll still get all the points, all the savings, all the taxes, all the duties, and everything in between are paid by us. Okay, I've worked so hard to build my brand in the States that those taxes and those duties are not going to stop me from getting my products to you all. I'm trying to grow and grow my family business, okay? So you can join in on a Thursday. However, here's the fantastic news that I want to just celebrate with you all. I'm also going to be live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific. What does that look like for our lovely ladies in the States? I'll be using all of the products that you can get on HSN. And because I'm using products that are available on HSN, that means we can share it in Suzanne Runyon's page, HSN also as well, which is just blooming brilliant. Now, if you are in the UK, you can watch Thursdays and Tuesdays, and vice versa. If you are in the States, you can watch Tuesdays and Thursdays. Just know that on both of the shows, we have different sort of pictures from me. Because as you can appreciate, now that I'm getting to the platform that I am with our USA following, I have to be so mindful about the inspiration I'm going to offer you, because we all deal with different types of card making, sizes, different things like that. And then there's the postage, and it's just really problematic for me to pitch to the UK, and then I forget to say the States can get this, but you'll have to do this or you'll have to do that. So what have I done? I'm going to go live twice a week. Let's separate them. You can join both. You can buy from both. You can do whatever you want, okay? But that just gives me a little bit of grace on what I can and cannot say without getting in trouble. Not that I have got in trouble, but I'm always fearful I may get in trouble. So that is why we're going live every Tuesday. So I'll put it in a newsletter. If you can share it too, I'll also post in Suzanne's page as well. So how wonderful to be able to get that inspirational content from all of the products over on HSN2. The likely chance is that they're available in the UK. So if you are watching a Tuesday show, you can get the products from me. You might already have the products from me, and a Brucey bonus, you're getting extra inspiration if I've already pitched it in and done it here in the UK. Now breathe. Take a breath. Is that not good news? Well, it's good news for me. I've been excited about it. I decided this last week, and I'm pulling it all together, ready to go live next Tuesday for you all at 6 p.m. Right, let's get into the show. Is everyone all right? Anything I need to know about? Everyone's good. I did see that we had Latin Art on. I think that was the name, wasn't it, Tim? Latin Art, who said she was from California. Welcome. I'm not sure I've seen that name before. If you are brand new, we do appreciate you being here, and thank you for joining us here in live shows. So if you are brand new, let me know where you are in the world, what sort of craft you like, and we can all just celebrate craft together. And Friendship Day as well. So few things I just want to touch on that are now available. Now, we've been working on Create Together Club Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 sessions. We've got one more session tomorrow, but obviously it's sold out. And there's none available, and you all know that I'm doing it, and you all feel like you're missing out. So I'm telling you now, the next one is live, okay? Don't miss out this time, guys, because I feel horrible replying to emails going, I'm really sorry, I can't add any more. The stock is the stock, So the Create Together Chapter 9 is now live. I will tell you, we put it live this morning. I went live at 1 o'clock to the people that are already doing Create Together Club, and over half have gone. Okay, so I've got half left. So whatever's left is left. Basically, our Create Together Club is just an awesome time where we can get together. It's a little bit more personalised. You get the products sent before the live show, and I craft for 5 days with you all and show you how to use those products, and only those products, in the inspirational hours that I'm live. And then you can take the inspiration away with you and do as you please with it. So if you want to replicate it, mimic it, change it up, change the colour, change the style, hopefully I've inspired you to use those products in more than one way. It's incredible value. You get a full kit sent and 5 days of inspiration for the amount that you can see on the website. Now, the second thing I want to touch on, because we do have new people as well. Hot, Las Vegas. Whew. It's hot here, actually, but probably not as hot there. And the second thing I want to just touch on real quick, guys, and I'm sorry if I sound like Pete and repeat, but if you purchase something from our website and you check out, okay, you can continue to add to your basket, and you all love this, and we're not going to take it away because it's been an absolute success for our brand. If you have checked out your basket and then later see something else you like, so like for example now, if you're thinking, I really don't want to miss out on the Create Together Club, I'm not causing panic buy, that's not the case. I just need to educate you all on it. But if you check out Create Together Club now, put it to bed, done. And then I go down the counter and you see something else you like, and then tomorrow you see something you like, and then Saturday you think, oh, I need some glue, and then Sunday, not that you're going to do this, but for an example, you just add to previous order until that first order has left the building. You can continue to add until that first order has left the building. It's been a great feature, and I've been asking for that for years. We've had it on our website now for over 2 years, because I am that girl that goes, oh, glue, and then the postage is another $5.99. No. So you can continue to add and add and add. Check out your basket, put it to bed until Becky dispatches that first order. Everything else can be added up until that point. Okay, so that is a great feature. Let's get into the show. So Create Together Club. I will have a look and see how many we've got left at one point and let you all know, but I have a feeling that it's going to sell out. It's a limited quantity run because I don't want to be left with stock. And as you all know, I am doing my absolute best to reduce stock in this building and not build it, because we have some exciting news for you all, and I'll tell you all about it very, very soon. So here we go. So Create Together is on there. 138 of you have it in your basket. I don't have that many. I do not have that many. Half's already gone. So check it out if it's in your basket. Moving on. So because we are trying to exhaust earlier stock as well, I have put 3 of these on. Now in each one, and I have done them at rock bottom, absolute rock bottom, less than what I paid for what is in here. Over £70 worth of product for £20. There are 3 options. They are all different. Here we go. Tim's popped one up for you there. So Craft Goodies 1, 2 and 3. Take your pick. There's over £70 worth of product in each one. And if you have your points and if you have your club, some of you are getting these at £15, £14 an envelope, okay? There's over £70 worth of product in here. Now, again, I will say to you all that if you are a Stamps by Me follower, an avid follower, and pretty much purchase everything that I release, there's no point buying it, because I'm not accepting returns. There's none of this buying it, having a look in it and going, I've got 3 out of the 4 items, I'm sending it back. And that's not because I don't want the product back. That's because the product is so, so cheap that by the time you've wasted your money spending $5.99 for me to send it to you, the eco footprint it costs to send it to you, the $5.99 to send it back, and that further eco footprint, no, okay? But if you're willing to take a risk and you're thinking, do you know what, for that value, I don't care if it's all duplicated, I don't care if I get 1 or 2 or 3 items that I've had before, I can give them to my crafty friends, then it's going to be a great purchase for you, okay? So there are 3 options. If you get all 3, they are all different. Again, a limited run. I'm exhausting earlier stock, and we are having a massive, massive clear out. So make the most of it, guys. 1, 2 or 3, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 3, 2 or 1 or all 3. You go for it. But there is stamps, dies, stencils, papers, just all the good stuff, okay? £70 worth of product. So if you're in it for a biscuit, go for it. So it's 1, 2 or 3. Check your baskets out before they go. Now, the next item on the counter is a newbie. Some of you might have had this from back in the day, but this is brand new. It's available on HSN with the 2 dies that are further down the counter. So if you are watching in the States, you'll have an opportunity to get it on as a bundle. But here in the UK right now, 62 of you have this in your basket. This is the beautiful 2 florals, the complementing words, and then these incredible words with the dies. Okay, now with your points and discounts, you're going to get it less than £30. And here is just one of the samples with that large sentiment there. Now, if you bought Lily, or if you got Lily as part of your Create Together club, you can replicate that card immediately. Okay, I'm going to do a lovely demo with this set. This is an A5 stamp set. You see at the top, you have the florals. They're built to go straight across the top of your square dies, okay? Bear this in mind. And then you see the bottom floral, that one goes around beautifully your circles, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you an example of it when I get to the other side. But it's an A5 stamp set and an A6 stamp set and the coordinating dies. And you are going to be able to create stamps and cards that look a little bit like this. So maybe you're not into fashion. Maybe you're not into the guys' cards. You just want to stamp and colour. Then, of course, you can do that as well. So, some beautiful examples here from our lovely design team. If you're asking any questions, guys, please just put QQQ at the beginning of your sentence, and I can see it clear when I get to the other side, okay? But if you have, I can't really see them right now while I'm over this side, but I'll have a look in a second. Just ordered the Create Together Club 9. Really enjoying the shows this week. Haven't made anything yet, says Julie. Oh, Julia, I really appreciate that. I am having such a good time this time, and I can't even tell you why. Maybe it's just clarity of mind. I don't know. Let's have a look. Carol, question. Toni, can we buy the stamps and dies separately as I have the big stamp set? Not as it stamp. These ones here, darling, the large. Which ones is she referring to? Buy the stamp. No, she's saying stamps, darling. They're dies. Question. Tim's like pointing, I'm like, no, they're dies, is that right? So these ones, you mean you want them separate? If that's the case, maybe moving forwards we can, but as it stands there as a bundle, okay? Love the ladies, oh, bless you. So let's just show you some more samples here. So team them, look how gorgeous those words are, I love the words. Team them in with your lovely fashion set if you want to. Oops, today's it watercolouring. What about a little bit of embossing? Panel stamping, I love that, right? Do I need to see, is there any comments over on our Facebook page? Just, sorry guys, let's have a look. Angela's over on Facebook. Hi from Oklahoma. Hi Angela, I hope you're well, darling. Is it warm in Oklahoma? Let us know. Here we go, a little bit of a circle with that lovely detail at the bottom there. And then look at that one, that is beautiful card. So team them in with your shaped cards. So gorgeous. Embossed with pencils and a little bit of watercolour in here on the top, and then at the bottom the elegant and stylish in silver embossing powder there. Item number 260726 Alpha, and you get all of that bundle. It's not just part of, it is all of. Now the next two items on the counter are available as individuals. Now these are our lamination girls. So the fashion girls that we brought to you last week and on HSN, they are the layering stencils, dies and stamps, okay? These are the lamination. They're a different girl, but these are what give the painted gown effect with the two-part stamp that you've all seen me do lots and lots of times, okay? So let's have a look at the first one on the counter here. So this one is one of a kind, it's called, and it is those two gowns. Now the solid portion is where you ink, spray with water and stamp down, and then you add the second layer and you get the lovely watercolour ladies, as you can see here. So we have one with a hat on, and then we have the lady in the lovely fitted gown there. So this one is item number 240424 Echo, and this one is $18.99. There's some lovely examples Tim's showing you there. Absolutely wonderful. Well, that's the effect you can get without even picking up a brush. Now, the next one, they came as a family at one point, but now they're separated, so you can get them as individuals should you wish. Okay, so the next item on the counter is two further ones, but this one's a little bit more formal, and then the other one is like the dress is blowing in the wind. So this one is called Keep Shining. These are back in stock, guys. I'll just show you the back side there. You get some lovely sentiments, but you've got the girl on the side and then the lady's gown blowing in the wind there. So the coloured part of the dress is the solid stamp. Ink it up with a colour, spray with water, stamp it down, and then add the outline, and you get these lovely, lovely results. Now, the item number for this one is 240424, and this one is Delta, okay? $18.99 for this one. So as you can see there, you can, oh, look at that one on the bubbles. That is very nice. So you do have options. You can team up with your pattern papers if you want to. You can leave them sterile. You can make it look like you've absolutely painted them. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so item number 240424 Delta. Now we have the two dies. We have already spoke about these, but because they came as a kit, I've put them back in the show just in case you missed them. We have a circle formation and a scalloped square formation. Absolutely just basic dies with a touch of elegance with the stitch and the scallop edges. They're $15.99. Lovely, lovely size as well. Item number 140626 Alpha. You can see all of those lovely nesting dies, and it's got that lovely stitch. So you have a circle opportunity, and then moving down here we have the square opportunity as well. Again, nested inside one another. So if you are picking or you don't have many nesting, you always need some shaped dies in your stash. If you've got enough, you've got the basics, I probably would suggest you don't need any more. But if you don't have the basics, then you might want to get some of these today. So this one is the square formation, and the code for this one is 140626 Bravo, $15.99. Now, you were all asking me, I have touched on this a little bit in one of my shows, but you were all asking me for wow. Now, Tim has linked to all of the wows, okay? We have the new set actor colours, which is a combination of 4 new ones. I think they're pretty much sold out before I even came to air. We have the gun. We have a lovely starter kit too. Let's just quickly talk about the starter kit, because I feel like the starter kit, if you're starting with your wow journey, is a great starting point, and it's probably all of the colours that I ever use. We might go into some coloured ones sometimes, but it has your black, your white, your clear, your gold, your silver, and your white sparkle. So they're ones that you will use all of the time. You get 6 in there, and that is your new wow starter kit, okay? But the reason why I've put these in the show is because you were all asking me for this, and I said, well, what's the difference? And I have gone and done my research and spoken to wow, and this one stays stickier for longer. So we know where we've tried to use the sticky ink, guys, before, and then we've been like rushing to try and get the powder on. Now, I have to be completely transparent with you. I have the old wow, and I have about 4 open, okay? So me opening one of these is going to be very, very wasteful. However, I have checked out the reviews already, and I have spoken to my crafty friend who has been using it, and she says it does feel stickier and does appear to last a lot longer. So there you go. You got to just take it from me. And then when my other ones are dry, I will open one of these. But my goodness me, if Becky looks at me one more time and says, why do you need 5 black ink pads, 6 white ink pads, and 4 wows? You know why it is, guys? Honestly, I'm not wasteful. I'm not wasteful at all. But when I go to HSN, I take 2 to HSN, so I've got them on my desks, so I don't have to think about picking the white up and moving to another desk. I've got them on the desk. Then I have one in Studio 3. Then I have one in here. So when I'm sat demoing, I'm not thinking, oh, I forgot to get my white ink pad or my wow ink pad. So that's why, if you're thinking, well, why on earth have you actually got 4 open, Toni? It's not because I can't be bothered, it's because they need to be open, but I really do need to use what I've got. So once those dry up, I'll invest in one of them. But if you need one, that's the new ink pad. The one that I'm using there, I don't think they're going to restock. It says, oops, no longer available. Whether they'll get it again is another matter. So there we go. So that's basically the bones of the show. We always link all of the products to the show as well. So have a look. What is in the show? If you need a hand to find anything else, just give me a shout. But don't forget, guys, Create Together Club. I've got my phone here and I can see how many orders I've got. Now, if they're all Create Together Club, they're probably not, but if they are, it's sold out. We will see, hey? So, and probably some of you have bought these, haven't you? So if you have just tuned in late, we have 3 of these wallets. You get, oh, listen, for that amount of money, you get the wallets as well, the velvet wallets, which you can store your stamps and dies in if you want to as well. They're a big pencil case. So they're 20 quid, and you can thank me later. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Let's have a look. Marlene, is there a difference of types of products in the £20 bundles, or are they the 3 colours shown? They're all different. So there's some of them have stamps and dies, papers. The other one might have 3 sets of stamps, die stencils, a pack of papers, a die on its own. They're all different. So I've made them all different. So if you want to invest in all 3, you get a total lovely. If you invest in all 3, you get a lovely plethora of Stamps by Me product for 50 quid with your points, most of you. 45 for all 3, for £210 worth of product, which is crazy. It's rock bottom. And I was going to take them to TV, but do you know what? I take some good deals to TV, and we did the boxes for 35, and then we've done one for 30. So I said to Tim, I said, no, I'm going to give my following, who follow me here, them for 20. Okay, so it's an opportunity, so make the most of it, guys. And if you want to share to your friends, if you like doing like Secret Santas for crafty friends and things like that, that is going to be a great opportunity. So let's have a look. Been watching, but buying first, Natalia. What are you like? Hello, everyone. Love the sample, says Renee. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's super kind, Design Team Rock, as always. So shall we crack on? Bedugina, are you okay? Somebody's saying, I hope you feel better soon. I hope you're okay, sweetheart. Just got in from work, catching up. So if you have a question, QQQ. Let's have a look. Question. In case you didn't saw how it works with the new EU taxes? Are they count by you? If there's any new taxes, we'll be paying them, won't we? Yeah. I wish I could say you would have to pay them, but we'll pay them, okay? For how long? I'm not sure. Yeah, we pay all taxes and duties at the moment. Depends how it goes. But at the moment, you're safe. Question, how do you add to your orders? Ian, just make a fresh order. If your order is already placed and secured and you did that half an hour ago or an hour ago, it won't let you pay postage anyway. So just go ahead and make the order again, whatever you want to add to, darling. Right, so let's do some crafting. Now, I used the circles last time. So this time, changing it up, I'm going to use the squares. So I have the squares, the stamp, I'm using it all. I'm trying to clear my stuff down and here I am using it all myself. And the words and the dies as well, okay? So I'm going to use a couple of these nesting dies actually because I can. Because I'm in charge, right? Okay, thanks. You're welcome, darling. We have Seppi from Olympia, Washington. Woohoo! Welcome to the channel. Listen, what's the weather like? Is it hot where you are too? Let me know whereabouts exactly you are and whether the hot is stinking hot. Whether the weather is stinking hot. So I'm going to cut these first. Let's make a nice pretty shaped card. Now listen, you don't have to buy everything. I know I keep saying it, but if you've got some good workhorse pieces in your stash, you don't need everything. Just buy what you know you're going to use, right? But I like these nesting dies because of the scallop feature, and I don't have anything with a scallop, so hence why I'm now having the scallops. That's my excuse anyway. Oh, don't tell Tim. He's like, how much stuff do you need? Well, I need it all, really. If anybody asks, I need it all. Nah, I can't. Let's get some white. Here we go. Some white card here. Listen, it's not my problem. So I'm going to use the largest die. I'm going to cut this twice. Then I'm going to use the next one down as well. That one, and then that one. And then maybe the smallest or the biggest. Ooh. Lovely to have your company, guys. So I've got 3. I only took 3. I've taken the whole set, really, haven't I? But listen, who cares? Did anybody see it? No. Does anybody care? Absolutely not. Right, I'm just trying to find some white cardstock. Now, listen, you will have to listen to me chomping at the bit whilst I'm here, guys, because Stamps by Me is having a massive, massive clean-up. And I mean the biggest clean-up that we've done in a long, long time. We are changing up the business, departments are getting changed, things are shifting gears. And as you all know, if you've ever tried to clear your craft room, everything has to come out before you can actually see the wood for the trees for everything then to be organised, right? Well, everything's out and it's everywhere, including all the spiders. All of the mammoth spiders that have been like, what on earth are you doing to my home? Will you go away? I'm just getting some cardstock, guys. We are nice weather. It's in the mid 70s. Tomorrow will be mid 80s Fahrenheit. Wow. What's it here at the moment? It's been quite hot today, guys, I have to say. So I've got cream, so we're going cream, okay? So let's just cut this in half. And then we'll cut some dies on our die cutting machine. Let's at least get a nice shaped card, hey? So I'm going to use these 3. So Can cut that one on there. Can I get this little one on as well? Nancy says, of course you have to have it all, Tony. You can let us know how good everything is. Well, Nancy, do you mind having a word with Tim, please? Can you give him a call? Everything gets messy before it gets better. Absolutely does. And I'm horrified to say it. And I know I say to you guys, don't overbuy. But the amount of Stampin' Up ink pads. Is it Stampin' Up? Yeah, Stampin' Up ink pads I have in the cellophane. Let's move on pretty swiftly, shall we? Brenda says, Tim, we need to have a word. So I've cut those two. This is what I love. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, so nice. Pop out the little bits, look. So I need to do two of these because I'm doing a shaped card. Get us a little one as well. Get my pokey tool on those little holes, but look how beautiful that is. That is a really lovely die cut, isn't it? So let's just move that to up there and let's cut another. Get rid of that. Stampin' Up are quite big, I know, and I think that might be one of the things I actually don't like. Their ink is amazing. I love the colour palette and things like that. It's just gripping it. It's a little bit problematic, and you all know that I get cramp real easy. But I just love the ethos around Stampin' Up as well, though, guys, because they're a family business and they've grown. And I'm obviously having a business myself. I know how hard it is to do what they actually do. They do it so well, with ease, in fact. So, hats off to them. Incredible. So, another one. So, let me get my posh tool. So good. So good. I love the posh tool, she says. Now I'm just showing off. Popping out all those little bits. Cut beautifully as well, so that's cool. So this is going to be the entirety of my card size. And then, so we've got two, look. So that's going to be our card blank. And then let's ditch this one and let's get another, oh, we've got another little one as well. Just put that to the side. And then we've got the next size down, which I am going to, sorry guys, I'm going to cut another one. Oops. Edu says, my spider's name is called Boris the Great. That is so funny. So I'm just cutting the next one down, guys, just for like a mat and layer. Good afternoon from Ohio. Missed several minutes. Dan Computer, says Brenda. Oh, bless you. You can pull that cursor back. You haven't missed much. Oh, I forgot to tell you. We'll do a giveaway as well for a voucher for the website as well. We always like to do that, right? Tim will pick a winner. What's everyone having for the tea today? We're boring tonight, guys. We're having chip butties. It's just too hot, isn't it? So we just said, let's just have some chip butties. Keep it simple tonight. So this is my next one down. Now, of course, you can team both the circle and square together if you do get both. If you have purchased both, they sit beautifully within one another. You can stitch in these holes with some stitch as well. So for those of you that have joined late from the States, I'm live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. using HTCN product. So that's super exciting. Move that out of the way. All this is coming out after tomorrow's class. All out. Wish me luck, guys. Right, so we have our back layer for our card, our front, a nesting one, and we have a smaller one too. Ask me where this is going. Not sure yet, but I have an idea. And you all know when I have an idea, well, been lost. Lost on me. Just put this back on here. This one. And this one. So I'm gonna stamp this one, look. Can you see how it fits beautifully on the top? I didn't put dies with this, guys, because when we pulled this one together, I felt like it was too expensive just for some floral stamps to start putting dies around, because it doubles the price, which is crazy, right? Because price of dies is going through the roof. So I thought, do you know what? People can cut that themselves. There's so many floral dies on the stamps on the market that if you're not going to buy it, because you can use another one, that's absolutely fine. So I didn't want to sort of like invest in the die as well. But it is a super easy one to just simply go around. And I am going to cut it myself. So if you've got the patience, then you've just saved yourself, what, £10 more by not doing it that way. So I think we'll go with the cream theme, because it's all cream rather than white tonight. I've got this piece of card here, and I'm just going to stamp it onto here. Okay, so let's go for that. Lots of butter with it. Smoked salmon on crackers, Kathy. That's a bit posh. There's me with chip butties and you're there with salmon. What's going on? So let's stamp this out. Now, this would look gorgeous in gold embossing, but we've done quite a bit of embossing of late, so I'm going to stick with the regular black. And then you'll be able to see how quite efficiently I can cut it, and I'm not going to worry too much because there's only one sort of like sprig, which is a stem with 3 leaves on, and you can cut that away if you don't want that. So let's have a look. Dawn says, collecting stamps by me things makes us happy. As Becky is going through my things today, she's like, how many packs of this vellum did you put to one side for yourself? I was like, 3. She's like, yeah, but you didn't use first one. I was like, yeah, but just in case. I think I've realised myself I'm a bit of a hot. Do you know, when I absolutely say to you guys, please use it. If you're buying it and spending your money on it, please use it. And here I am, Becky's pulling it all out because she's not a crafter. What's this for? I'm like, oh, I bought that because I saw a technique on telly and I wanted to do it myself, unopened. I'm revealing all my secrets now. Should really just talk about my chip butty, but hey ho. Lashings of vinegar. Oof, Victoria, stop. Pauline says, hi, I'm in Ireland. Lovely to have your company, Pauline. I hope you're well, sweetheart. Organising makes you feel better and happier. It does. Let me just stamp it again, make it a little bit darker. What I like about this particular stamp is it's got a massive open space in the petals. So if you really do want to get in with your alcohol markers, pens, pencils, got a nice little area to get in and do a little bit of light and shade as well. Ta-da! So you see these two here, I'm probably going to lob them off because they're too problematic. I'll give this a twirl, but if I end up with just those 2 flowers and those leaves, that's okay too, right? So let's give it a twirl. Next time you'll give me lashes for doing all of that, I will remind you. Or I've given away my secrets now. You've got a little thing in your back pocket now to get me on. Listen, I'm unbothered by it. Listen, I'm hard. What's up? Oh, I'm getting pointed at. I'm obviously missing questions talking about. I love you all, but UK food doesn't sound as tasty as Southern soul food. Ooh, no. Tim's like, ooh. I think you're right. Sausage and mash and white onion sauce, Christine says. Well, I've never heard of a white onion sauce, but my son's favourite meal is sausage and mash. That is a beautiful, Snuffy Snoo, beautiful floral stamp. Nice size. Yes, it is. Right, let me try and make a hash of this and cut it for you all. So let's get a rough cut. This is what I do when I'm fussy cutting. Now, you're all going to die when you see my fussy cutting. That's it. I'm only joking. So my little tip for you is I always get cramp, right? So this is how I fussy cut. Whether you want to do the same, it's totally up to you. I like to leave a little bit of a border, but I hold my scissors proud and then the paper does all the motion, not my wrist, okay? So I literally go all the way around. And then I colour the edge in so you'll never know that it's actually being cut by hand. Well, you actually will, because with dies we have to leave that 1mm border, right? But with my fussy cutting, I can absolutely just do as I please, really can. And in the problem areas where it's a little bit slimmer and I don't want it to look like floppy mess, I just leave the area a little bit thicker. So, I mean, this is just for like to 3D it off my card, really. But traditionally, these stamps are just stamped onto cardstock, aren't they? And then coloured. You've seen from the samples from the design team, most of them, although some have been fussy cut because some of the design team girls do like to get in and fussy cut, have fussy cut them. So it's total preference. It's not for everyone. But again, the flowers are just so delicious regardless. So, and it's got lovely open blooms, like I said, the colouring element. And I just know that those bulbs, this one here, it's going. Before I've even got to it, it's going, guys. Okay, sorry about that little bulb there. We will see you another day. Oh, like, oh, poor little flower. I'm not afraid of a little bit of fussy cutting, but I wouldn't like to do it all the time because of my hands, and you're going as well. See you later. My hands are just not great, and I suffer so bad with cramp. So we've lost most of the spriggalagios. And we've kept the main breast of it, which is probably a better size for our lovely scalloped die cut. Look at that. So easy, guys. And then because I've done that like quite simply, then what I normally do is I just normally take my scissors and just tidy up somewhere there's a little bit too much card that I haven't really got in, and so I can tidy that up a little bit. And I like to shape it and manipulate it and mould it as well a little bit. So we'll come back to this one. Probably, that's good. I'm happy with that. Let's just tidy this a little bit up here, look. And get a little bit more into there, Toni. There we go. Right, so let's bring in our card. So I'm going to make the shape. Let's make the shaped card first, and then we're going to have to play with some colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my card blanks, because we've got two, one for the front and one for the back. I'm going to turn this one over and I'm going to give it a hinge. I'm going to score it. I've got my lovely score line here, and this is going to be the back of our card. And what we're going to do is we are going to glue these two together like so. Unclog my glue from this afternoon. Maureen, you are so fast. That would have taken me 10 minutes. I never thought I was fast, but when I was doing it on air, everyone was like, my goodness me, how fast are you? And now I'm thinking, oh, I must be really fast. I don't know. have to be fast now being on HSN. Right, so let's stick this together. So we'll do the top look. Not too much, just a little bit, just to get it together. We'll put one on top of the other. Make sure all my bits are out so it looks nice. Lynn says, I did a roast chicken and salad for our tea, but with a bit of my herby bread. Oh, sounds lovely, Lynn. Sam says, thanks, genuinely. Didn't want to do it and be a problem, as Tony is so good and honest with us. You're not a problem. I don't know what you said, Sam, but you're not a problem. Nobody's ever a problem. Right, so there's our card blank. And then this is the piece that's going to mat and layer on top. But what we want to do is, I know it's cream and it's looking very gorgeous in cream, but I want to be a bit creative, guys. So this is just cardstock, so I am going to have to be super duper careful. Really, if you're adding watercolour, use a bit of watercolour card. But because I've cut it on this, let's just go for it, right? What's the worst that could happen? Let me just pop out this bits here. So what I'm going to do, let's just see if this card pills and bubbles and lumps. If it does, we'll do it on I'll cut it in a piece of watercolour card, okay? I cooked a curry last night and I'm enjoying the leftovers today. And curries and stews and spaghetti bolognese and chilies all better the day after. Who agrees? I think it's because it ferments and the flavours get better and better. Hi, Tony. Sorry I'm late. Anita says, I'm watching from the start. I'm 2 minutes. Oh, don't worry, darling. Semolina pudding. I've not had that since I was a kid. Right, come on. So I'm going to wet the top of this. So let's see if it pills, because it is just a card blank. And then I'm going to tap it down. So far, so good. And then, whilst it's wet, I'm going to go teal. Now, where's my pink ink pad? Who's had that? Let me just grab a pink ink pad. Teal and pink, my fave. Have I got a I've got purple, that'll do. See how fast that water's drying on there in here? It's red hot in here, guys. So I'm just going to take a brush. I'm just going to spray it all with water, get it really diluted, she says. And then let's just wet this again because it seems like it's drying faster than I can get colour on. Tap it down. Don't be scared. And then we'll take some of the pink and we're just going to sort of like line it on. Now it's all blended. I'm just going to tap it at the top and hold the card on an angle and let it just drip down into the water, okay? You see how it's all just running down? So rather than teal and pink, now I've got purple. Pounds, pounds, pounds. The card's doing a good job at not getting lumped and bumped, which is really nice. So I'll just keep going until I'm happy with the colour choice. Turn it around again. We need some more pink, guys, some more purpley pink. Tap, tap, tap. If you don't like these harsh lines, I like them. But if you don't, spray them with water. Just get your spray and just sort of like give them a bit of a help. Can you see? And then add some more purple. Keep going. Use your ink on your mat. Don't want to keep adding ink because you can never stop, can you? So I'll leave that as is. Let's leave that like that for now. Let's dry it off. Let me just clean my table. Just 1 second. Now with this here, guys, hang on. Let's not be wasteful. Let's get some, look here. So use the ink and then pick it up with a card, because we can use it as backing cards, stenciling, all sorts of stuff, yeah? Pick all the ink up. Look at that. Get as much as it picked. Look at that. Oof, get it picked up as much as you can. Just hold that like that so it doesn't all sit at the top, all the colour. It's all running down now. Now, if you let this dry and you cut it in circles out of the circle, you would have coordination through your card. So just bear that in mind. So you see this pill in here? This is what I was referring to in relation to the awful pill that you sometimes get. That's what's happened on this. It still will work, but please do know that that's not down to you as a crafter. That is the chalk content in the cardstock. It just don't bode well with water. So you just have to bear that in mind with the cardstocks. And I think it's a good way to look as well. If you are wanting to do watercolouring and things like that, or inky techniques like this, if you are purchasing it, a good question to ask is, does it have a lot of chalk content? And if they say, yeah, it's full of chalk, one, it means it's super duper like cheap for watercolouring. You can't really get away with it. And it's traditionally used in card blanks and things like that where you're not colouring. And two, it drinks the ink in a horrible way. So the less chalk, the better it will aid your card making for your colouring. So let's just get this one and let's just get the gun on. Let's push it down and dry it out. So now you can see I've got a little bit of like cockling. It's all wavy. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my plate from my die cutting machine and put my plate on top of it and put my die cutting machine on top just to flatten it a little bit. There's no getting around that, guys, when you use water. Everything just sort of like lumps and bumps. It's really difficult. I do like inky backgrounds. I do. Sometimes I love them. Sometimes I just cannot be bothered with them. But today I can be bothered, which is nice, right? So what we need to do now is we need to die cut at one of the words. Now you have, these words are really, really pretty. Stay wild, elegant and stylish. Let's find some amazing place to get lost. Now let me grab some samples with these large sentiments on for you, because these really are beautiful, and these do have outline dies, although they would be quite easy to cut out, but because the stamp is A6 and not A5, it's a little bit more affordable, so I was willing to do it. But here we go. Can you see how it's just embossed beautifully there? So stylish. But then when you use the die, just absolutely beautiful. Love, love, love. And then the Stay Wild. So that's it, stamped on the corner and up here. You see most of them are just the stamp on an inky background or coloured. Here we go. I love the panel stamping. White embossing powder. Inky techniques around the corner. They're just a lovely, lovely open flower, which I love. So let's just move these out of the way for now. And let's pick a sentiment. So beautiful cards. Oh, thank you so much, Anne. Oh, the packet's damaged, Tim. That means I'm going to have to keep it. I'm making him out to be awful, Anna. It's truly not, but he does ask the question, how much stuff do you need? I don't ask him that when he's doing his fishing rods and things like that, but, you know, we do get on, I promise. I'm just going to dry this a little bit further because it's a bit wet on bottom. thin, no waste dies look great. Yes, sit them all inside each other. Cut all those lovely frames. And then you're not going to end up with a bit box that's probably going to see the last days of your life, because I know what people's bit boxes are actually like. Huge, right? Absolutely huge. So I'm going to go with... I do like the stay... Let's go Stay Wild. And I've gone and got a splash on my card. Look at that. Who's done that? Who's done that? Mucky pup. Stay Wild. Now, because we've got cream, I think this would look awesome in gold. What do we think? Gold embossing? I think it would. So let's do that real quick. Let's just move that out of the way. World's longest card. Remind me, guys, it's under my Eureka. Right, so have I got some cream to match? Oh, I've got a bit of cream here. Let's see if I've got enough. So I've got some cream here. Oh, am I going to get it on? Oh. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? I'm going to have to do another. Oh. All right, it's all right. So let's do it on this piece then. So I am going to use the die. So we'll go Stay Wild, anti-static bag, sticky ink pad, and my gold. Now, where is my gold? Here we go. My gold is in here. Now, if you are invested in your wow powders, guys, what a plonker. If you are invested in your wow powders, these cases, they're on the website, they're so affordable. Couple of pounds, couple of dollars, whatever it gets, holds 6. And you can see the colours through the bottom. And to have these on a shelf just stacked, rather than, you never use all your colours if they're all just thrown in a basket. So invest in some of these. If you're in the States, you can get them from us, of course. But just make sure you invest in some storage, because honestly, these are a lifesaver for me. I always scoop up a few when we get a restock. Oh. Giddy keeper. Right, pick up the stamp. Anti-static, so it keeps it nice and crisp and clean. Sticky ink pad. You might have the new wow. Does anybody actually have the new wow? And if so, what's their thoughts on it? I've seen mega reviews on it, so I think it's going to be awesome. Everybody's using it now, apart from I'm still in the old-fashioned days, but I'm not being wasteful. So let's stamp this out. Anita says, enjoying the show, Tony. Thank you. Oh, what are you enjoying about it like? I'm just here for company. I'm not here for all else. I'm just here to say hello to you all. So I'm inking it up again. Make sure you get all that lovely detail. There we go, so you can see it there. So let's get rid of the stamp for now. And let's put some powder on. I'm going gold because I think the golden cream will look gorgeous, but of course you do you, whatever colour you like. So we've got Stay Wild. So incredibly beautiful. Let's heat set this one. So for your heat embossing, what do we say? Get your gun hot. Get your gun super hot. Really help. Love golden cream, yeah. And that little square that we just painted, which is underneath here, although it looks quite bright and vibrant at the top, our lovely floral is going to hide most of that, so you'll only see a little bit of the colour coming down the card. So once the powder changes, follow the powder. Once it's changed, it's completely done, okay? And this is the gold that's in the starter set as well. I'll show you it on main camera and then you can see. And those lines, some might be thinking, oh, it's missed in those lines. No, that's the actual font. It's a brush stroke font. So nice. Right, let's get rid of that one. So let's now cut it out. I need the die. Die cutting machine again. So I'll just put this on my mat. Just gonna tear it out of the page. Then we'll put the die on. You can see, tape yours down. Nice, it's a nice font, isn't it? Yeah, I agree. I think I'm going to do some more like this. I think that looks okay. Good to go. That's now, let's just move it down a little bit. Run this one through. I love heat embossing on MDF projects. Do you now, Victoria? Not saying anything. Love that idea, coordinating at ease, says Seppi. I know, so nice, isn't it? And when you take it off, very nice. Very, very nice. Right, let's have a look what we're going to do. You know what, if I could. So we have this. I'm going to put some pads behind this and I'm going to raise this. So our card stands up because we've got that lovely score line at the back. You see what we did there? Card stands up. Ignore the drip. We could actually have it a side fold one, but you're still going to see it drip. I can't get away from drip, guys, so it is what it is. And then I'm going to pad this one. You can leave yours flat. So 4 corners and then a centre on this one. This is still a little bit wet, by the way, guys. Make sure yours is dry, properly dry. And never be tight with your pads. Get the pads on. We don't want sinking projects just because you didn't want to use pads. I have just got a little bit in the... That's it. Have we picked a winner, sweetheart? Oh, he's going to do it now for you all. I'll pop this on here like so. Now, if you like that sort of look, of course, you can do it at the top this way, so you get the ombre at the bottom, or you can have it at the top, so it looks like the drips are coming. Do it from the side. Total option. Which one are you going to go for? Now, so that Stay Wild is a little bit big. However, if we take off them two leaves there, I think we might just make it. Those. Right, we'll do this flat and then this on a pad, and then that'll separate this from this, okay? So let's do this flat. Before I do that though, guys, I am gonna just manipulate. I'm not even gonna colour the flower. It's just getting left as it is. But of course, you can colour. Now, of course, you can use your ink pads, a paintbrush and some water, but I have got a little bit of an option for you. If you own our Gossip sparkle pens, or any sparkle pens, everybody does them now, these ones, okay? If you colour with your sparkle pen, so for example, if you just put a bit of like colour on your mat, I'm just going to show you, I'm not going to do it without getting it everywhere, so we make a hash, like so. Instead of painting with water, if you paint with your sparkle pens, you get sparkly, you see? So let me just show you on here. I'll just hold this up at the camera. So maybe you wanted to do sparkly flowers. If you've got your sparkle pens, just hold this up so you can see. You could do a sparkly flower as well. Or equally, you could just get the plain sparkle and colour maybe just the leaves in the sparkle. I'll just clean my brush here. You could have sparkly leaves. Totally up to you, but it's just an option there. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and just stick this part down. I'm not sticking it completely flat. I would like a little bit of rise and fall in the flowers. Do you know what, guys? If I pop, there we go. We do it corner. That's better, isn't it? Let's do the corner. Still got to go in its envelope, you see. Now, if you like decoupage, do the embellishment, the flower twice, and then on the second one, cut away all of the leaves and then put the flowers back on top and you'll have like decoupage. And now, because we've got that raised part, this can now go completely flat. So you need to, if you've got things in your baskets, check them out, guys. I'm going to go Stay Wild, probably about there. So let's hold this up to the camera then. Let me just clean my table here and let's put it to the fore camera. Now, of course, you can embellish. If you've got pencils, like your oil-based pencils, and you want to add a little bit of light and shade, of course you can do that. Here we go. Ta-da! What do we think? Something a little bit different? Nice. Could do a bigger envelope with the board. Of course you could. Of course you could. So a little bit different today. Sentiments is what's making that card, I think. And then a splash of colour in the background. Don't be afraid of colour. As long as everything else is plain, as long as not everything's coloured, it should still work. If you've got plain elements, we call them the breaker elements, which should break up the card. So don't be scared of colour. If you have a lot of colour, it's not a bad thing, okay? Right, so Tim's going to get me a winner. Just a few things I just need to touch on before we finish the live show. So if you missed the beginning of the show, I have stated that I am now going to be going live on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. for our lovely American ladies or across the pond or whoever purchases from HTCN. That does not mean that you can't watch from the USA, from the UK. Come along, say hello. It's still the inspiration, and if I'm crafting with products that you already have in the UK, well, it's a Brucey bonus, right? We like those sorts of shows, yeah? Every Tuesday, 6 p.m, and every Thursday, 6 p.m, unless I'm obviously either in the States or something's happening or I need a bit of a break because of home and the holidays and things like that, okay? So just take it as a given that those are the times. Now, Tuesday, 6 p.m. is 6 p.m. UK, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time and 10 a.m. Pacific, okay? So I'm so excited to see you all. And in that particular show, we can share in the relevant groups as well, which means we won't get in bother. Look, love this. It's so artistic. I kind of like it with the flower at the top and the words at the bottom. So you see the drips. Yeah, it's like it's just changing it up. And do you know what? You're all going to try that card, and everybody's card will come out different because you'll all pick the colour you love. You'll all pick the coloured card base that you love, and so on and so forth. Your own embossing or an ink pad, and it'll be different, won't it? So that is the shows. Don't forget, I have just launched the brand new Create Together Club. It looks like it's gone stir crazy. They always do. The last one sold out, and you've all been messaging me this week going, I can't believe I missed out. When you do it next one, I want to get ahead. So I have put it out there. If you want to get ahead, make sure you get it. The kit is sent to your door a month before, and then you have 5 days of inspiration. We're currently doing the one now from last time, and we have one more show tomorrow, so that'll be 5 days of content. And the next one is in November. So you'll get sent it in November, and the first week of content starts the first week in December. And I thought, you know what a nice rundown for Christmas. And talk to you all, have a chat with you all, what your plans are and things like that. So check that one out. And then, of course, there are the items in the show. But as I always say, if you're here for just the inspiration, we love that too, okay? So the winner this evening is... Which one is it? There's two on there. The bottom one. The other one is, I remember the other one, that was the other winner, wasn't it? So the winner this evening is... Love Blue Jays. So if you are watching, wherever you are in the world, whether it's UK, USA, it doesn't say on here, so I don't know, just message in and we will get a £50 voucher for you to spend on the website. Well done! We love to do things like that as well. So spend it on what you want if you've had your eye on something that is totally awesome, right? So that is the end of the show. I will be back with you later in the week. If you're on Create Together Club, I'll see you all tomorrow at 1 o'clock. But whatever you're doing, stay safe, cosy, share the love of craft, enjoy the love of craft, and make sure you post your mates in our Eureka fan page. We'd love to have you all there. So whatever you're doing, have a lovely evening. I'm now going to go and enjoy my chip butty. And to the lady that's having salmon, I'm going to have salmon next time. See you all later, guys. Take care.